What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bowl Stick Fishing. Today we are going to do a full walkthrough of my fully rigged out Crescent Lite tackle. Check it out.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah.
Guys, so welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to do a full walkthrough of my fully rigged out Crescent Lite tackle for my 2021 tournament season. So basically how my boat is rigged out right now is how I'm going to be using it, or how it's going to be rigged out whenever I'm fishing my tournaments for the 2021 season. There may be a little bit of tweaking depending on which body of water I'm on, but for the most part it's going to stay exactly like this. I have already, fiddle around with it, rigged it up a little bit, took it on the water, see what worked, see what didn't work, to move some stuff around. So that's definitely something that that definitely needs to be done. Don't just fully rig out your boat right before you go to a tournament, because then that's just going to be a disaster. But now there will be, depending on which kayak series I'm fishing, because I'm fishing the Hobie Bass Open Series, the Bass BASS Nation Kayak Nation Series, and then I'm also fishing the KBF Series. So like with Bass and KBF, you can use trolling motors, but on Hobie BOS you cannot use trolling motors. So hint hint, there may be a motor added to this boat. Not really sure where. That's definitely in the works as we speak, but it's not on here yet. So whenever that day does come, I will definitely do an in-depth walkthrough of how I have it set up, and basically a setup video. Also, you will also see I have my Humminbird fish finder mount up, mounted up on my track system, like I showed you in one of my previous videos of me rigging out or fully mounting up my Humminbird fish finder mount. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check out that. That's definitely a good video. I've been asked so many questions already on where you're going to put your fish finder, where you're going to put your transducer, how are you going to mount it up, how did you do that, how did you do that. So basically I want to do a separate video on that. So that's already up on the channel. So if you haven't seen that yet, definitely go check that out. But guys, this is it. I am literally 3-4 weeks away from my first tournament on Lake Seminole in Georgia, in Bainbridge, Georgia, Hobie Bass Open Series. So really the only thing out of my schedule was the KBF Invitational right now. I'm really bummed out I couldn't get down to Florida. I've always wanted to fish that chain, but you know what? It is what it is. Family and work comes first. But guys, we're just going to jump right into this. It's going to be, I always say this, I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, but this may be a lengthier video. Just because I have a lot rigged up, and I'm going to try to do, how I did it, or kind of more in-depth walkthrough, since I have everything rigged up. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from bow to stern and give you more of an in-depth walkthrough of how I have everything set up, guys. So let's do it. All right, guys. So here we go. All right, guys. So I'm gonna be favoring both sides, left and right. But just starting at the top, obviously you have your nice sturdy handle from Crescent Kayaks. I like to have, and this has always been a top subject every time I fish the tournament, is, Josh, why do you always keep your net on the front hatch of your boat? Well, the reason why I keep my line cutters floating net on the front hatch of my boat is where I can easily access it. It keeps it out of the way, and because it is floating, I don't have to worry about this falling in the water because I can easily retrieve it. And then also on the lines cutter net, it has a nice little bungee cord with a clip to it that I can clip it to a pad eye if I want to. But I usually, most of the time, I just have it sitting right here. And then whenever I do measure my fish, I try to hang it off the edge just a little bit in case that fish does decide to flop. It can be easily caught into that net. I've lost a lot of fish from flopping, so I try to eliminate it as much as possible. On On the hatch, there's really nothing on the hatch besides the deck kit. But inside the hatch is where it gets a little bit interesting. So inside my front hatch, again, guys, this is my tournament setup. So this is what I'm actually going to carry on the water, out on the water all the time. So right back here is going to be my battery box. I have my Naqua battery in here with all my wires, nice and clean, with some Hobie wiring, through-hole wiring kit. All in the battery box. I've already did a separate video on that, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But that's just tucked right up under there. Also on my front hatch, I have a ready pack. So if anything was to happen to me or if I get lost, there's enough supplies and whatever I need to be able to last in the woods for a couple days. And also I have a little bit more in-depth first aid kit, and there will be a video on my channel regarding these two packs. But this is basically just your first aid kit. It's a little bit kind of upscale. If you were in the military or public safety, you've probably seen these a lot. It's just a molly bag with a lot of other nice medical supplies. So basically you can take care of yourself until you can receive treatment from EMS. Moving on down, whoops, got hung up there. I have my Bending Branches Navigator paddle already on my paddle clip, which you'll see the paddle clip whenever you get down, but I usually keep it on the left side of my boat. Really clean, nice, easy, out of the way. With the taco grip on there, it keeps it secure, so I'm not worried about it. And whenever I am paddling and I just want to set it down to cast or to just have it placed somewhere, I will take my paddle and I will slide it up under the front bungees, which you're not seeing on the bungees because the front hatch is sitting on one right now. But I will just slide the tip of the paddle up under the bungees and lay it to the side of me, so I still have plenty of room in my working space while having easy access to my paddle. But that's mainly for if I'm standing or if I'm mainly anchored down on a brush pile or something like that. I usually keep my paddle right here secured with the Railblaza paddle grip. Moving on down is going to be right here is going to be a Starport HD, but it has my Railblaza Mobi device holder, my cell phone holder right here. And it's on a Railblaza extension arm, because if you didn't have an extension arm, it would be sitting a little bit lower, so the camera or the phone, if you are videoing yourself with your phone, it'll be pointing up in the air, and you don't really want that. This way it gives me a good, nice, level camera angle, so I can get good photos and good videos, so on and so forth, good lives. But what's really cool about this is that, as you'll see all along my boat, I have Starport HDs everywhere. So basically, if I want to take any other mount, if it's a rod holder or my Camera Boom 600 that you see in the back, if I ever want to switch it, it's just a matter of a click of a button. I can remove that and put my Camera Boom 600 right there. Keep in mind, the track system that I've installed is the Railblaza Expanda Tracks. So it comes in 8-foot sections, but you can actually make it whatever length you want it to. I've installed that here. Really not really an in-depth install. Basically, it was four or five screws, or I should think there were 6 screws on this one. You just screwed them straight through. I didn't use nuts on the back because I drilled a smaller pilot hole, and then I drilled the self-tapping screws straight through that, so it's nice and secure. It's not really going to go anywhere. And obviously, that's not going to be a low-bearing track, so you're not going to be having a lot of weight pulled on that. So I'm not really concerned about that pulling out or leaking. Obviously, I used a little bit of silicone as well. But that's really cool. That's why I love using Railblaza and Yak Gear accessories, because I can put Starports all across my boat and be able to easily move my accessories all on the boat if I don't want them in a certain area. Moving on down, let's go ahead and get the fish finder out of the way. So here is my Humminbird 5-inch Humminbird. It only has down imaging, sonar, and GPS. I really wanted side scan. I used to have side scan, but I didn't really use it that much. I didn't really understand it that much. So I'm not using side scan for the first of the season right now. So I've never used a Humminbird either. I've heard their imaging is incredible. I'm really looking forward to using that Humminbird unit and really understanding it and really, learning more about the Humminbird units throughout the year as it goes on. It is attached to a Railblaza fish finder mount and to a Starport HD. Also, as you see, that nice little long arm, which I may trim this down a little bit. This is my transducer arm, guys. This is also from Railblaza. It's a Railblaza transducer arm. What's really cool about this is you can get a side port HD, so it's easily on and off. So if you ever want to take it on, which it's got a lot of weight to it, so You just pull it on and off very easily with a click of a button. And what's really also cool about this is you can adjust it with this thumb knob as much as you want to. But what's also cool is it pivots as well. So if say you're fishing rivers or you hit a shallow area and you don't want to mess up your transducer, it's just a matter of moving it up and down and you're good to go. So that's what I really love about that accessory. Yes, it is a little bit longer. They do make a smaller one that I have ordered. It just has not came in yet, but I've been using this one for probably 2 years now, and I've had no issues with it. I really like the product. I love that feature where I can easily just spin it up and down. Very, very user friendly. Moving on, as you see right here, I have pushed all my wires through into my front hatch area with a Hobie wiring kit, through hole wiring kit. These things are phenomenal. These are hard to find now. You usually have to order them on Amazon or online because now Hobie makes a 3-wire one, which a 3-wire one's very, very cool, and it would have came handy with 3 wires. But I still love the easy install of the traditional Hobie wiring, through hole wiring kit. Absolutely love them. I've put those just about everywhere on all my boats. My battery box has them. I absolutely love them. It comes with all sorts of size, watertight bushings or washers, whatever you want to call them, that has holes built in for your wires to fit in. Really, really love them a lot. I speak highly of those because I use them so much. Moving on down is my killer anchor wizard, guys. So I was originally going to mount my anchor wizard right here. Basically take out this handle screw and possibly take out that pad eye and mount a track system right here to put my anchor wizard on there, or hard mount it through there. But then again, I was thinking, well, if I hard mount it, then I'm losing one of my grab points, which I didn't want to lose. So I'm running it a little bit forward because I usually keep it to the side of me this year. So that'd be interesting to get used to. And the only thing I use an anchor wizard for, again, guys, is a kayak drag chain when I'm in the river. So, and there's very rarely I'll use it in a lake unless it's just a crazy windy day or I'm trying to get out of the wind or hold a position. I will drop a traditional anchor on the anchor wizard and drop it down, but usually, guys, it's only used for a drag chain. That's just how I am. That's just how I fish. And for my previous videos of installing a drag chain, I've installed pad eyes across my boat. But since Crescent has already introduced and already put so many pad eyes and anchoring points on the Crescent light tackle, I did not have to do that. So basically, I have my anchor cord running through onto this little clip right here. This isn't a pad eye. This is just a little clip. It can come in and out if I want it to. And then, hold on, it's kind of hard to get it there with that tension on it. And then it runs down through here. I have it actually favoring inside the tank well, under the bungees to keep it secure where it's not flopping all the time out here. And then I have it ran through a pad eye on the back that was already installed on the boat from Crescent Kayak. So basically, I'll just attach my drag chain right here, and it'll easily be able, and obviously there's no weight to it, but I'll release my anchor wizard. My drag chain will drop into the water just like so. Easily maneuver it to cinch it back up, guys. Absolutely love the anchor wizard. I will always have an anchor wizard on every single boat I get. Absolutely love it. Phenomenal product. If you don't have your hands on one, definitely get one, guys. But moving on over to the other side, we will speak on this Railblazer paddle holder. This is by far one of my favorite accessories by Railblazer because they basically it's one accessory, but you get 2 mounting options out of it. So you have a Railblazer paddle holder off to the side of it, but you can also fit a Starport HD or a Starport, just a traditional Starport, right in the center of it, keep it secured, so I can easily mount another mounting option right here if I want to on top of my paddle. So I can have my paddle here, and if I wanted to, I can put a rod holder. Or if I wanted to, I could move my Mobi cell phone device holder into this one right here. Hold on, let me unlock it. drop it in right there, and then I can have easy access to lives or responding to people while I'm on the boat. So that's a really cool feature. Absolutely love this product. It comes in so handy on and off the water. It truly is a phenomenal product. I have that mounted just straight to the track system. I have not mounted anything hard mounted anything besides the front track up here that was not originally on the boat. So everything is easily removable to be able to, you know, for storage or anything like that. So moving on down, as you see here, I have an open and clean deck space. I do not like stuff under and around my feet whatsoever. I cannot stand it, so I keep this as clean as possible. As of right now, I don't have nothing in my Crescent kayak patches, the little cubby holes on each side of the seat. I will be putting extra worm bags or really whatever bait's hitting that day or that pattern that I've created or have developed. Those baits will go in here where I can keep them secured and also keep them easy access while I'm sitting into the kayak. Moving on down, like I said, there's nothing here. I do have the Crescent Kayak seat riser. I love to sit a lot higher up in my boat. That's just how I've always been, because most of the time I'm standing and fishing, but when I am sitting, I like to sit a little bit higher. So that's why I went ahead, whenever I bought my kayak, I went ahead and bought the seat riser kit. And what's really cool is the seat riser kit, it adds more storage and more space in your boat. So you can easily fit Plano boxes up under here, baits up under here, water bottle up under here. Really, whatever you want to put, you can put up under here. But also, what's really cool in the seat riser kit is on the side of it, you actually have, like a better term, cup holders molded into the seat riser. So that's a really cool feature. That's where I'll keep my Nalgene bottle and anything else I'll have right here. Another storage feature, another area for storage. I really don't keep nothing on this side. I will sometimes slide a Plano box in the bungees that are already installed on the Crescent kayak. I usually keep maybe a terminal tackle box there from time to time. But on this side of the seat, you still have the same storage. So if you wanted to put a cup holder here, you can. But what I use this area for is for all my lip grips and everything that's going to basically fish management. So when I do catch a fish, I can easily access my fish grips that are attached to a leash. Sit the fish down, drop them in the water, let them calm down before I take my picture. And I have that anchored to a paddle that was already installed on the Crescent kayak. So that fish can't go nowhere unless he obviously pops the lip grips, which that has happened in the past. But I usually keep two on that side. I'm ambidextrous, but I'm mainly left-handed. So that's why those items are on that side, because it's on my left side. It's easily accessible to me versus being on the right side. Moving on up, nothing really attached to the seat or in the seat, or at least on the front portion of it. I just have my StoneQuest PFD, by far one of my favorite PFDs of all time. It does not have that big buoy on the back. It's a flat back. It's the StoneQuest Keeper. In my PFD alone, I keep my Rogue fishing phone tether. I keep an extra set of pliers. Also keep some extra cutters inside my pocket. What's really cool about this is on them cold days, you actually have a pocket you can fit your hand in. Right back here, insulated. Nice. Very nice. Moving on, on the other side, I have a pocket knife just attached right there. You can never have enough knives. I have a couple things in my bag or in my pockets just for storage. Nothing on that side. So always wear your PFD. I've already preached about that before. I'm not going to preach on it right now in this video. On the back of the seat, you will see I have my Yak Gear Yak Sack that I preach about, that I absolutely love. This product comes in handy so much. A lot of people don't really see the use for it. I see a lot of uses for it, and I'll tell you about it right now. So on each side you have, or each side of it, you have pouches that you can fit different items on each side of it. Also, I keep my Yak Gear brush grips in here, so when I am fishing the river, I've already spoke about the brush grips, but I can attach that easily to if I'm swimming over to the bank to in summer or steady, calmer water to take a picture of my fish. I will push out or pull out those brush grips, attach it to a limb, and then secure it with a carabiner to somewhere on my kayak where I can have, you know, basically another anchoring point where I'm not floating down the river or leaving the fish or the spot where I just caught that fish. Also, on top of the Yak Gear Yak Sack, you have a watertight pouch. I'm not going to say waterproof. I would say it's watertight. It keeps water out of it, obviously, if it's zipped across. But in here, I keep my phone, my wallet, or not my phone. I keep my keys, my wallet, all my turning identifiers, extra turning identifiers, so on and so forth. I keep them in this pouch just to be on the safe side. And then I may throw a few other items in there as well. What's really cool about this product as well is that it comes with buckles, so you can buckle it to the back of your seat like I have here. But it also comes with a O-ring where you can attach it to a track system, and it also comes with T-bolts that you can attract it to a track system. So very, very cool product, and basically you can mount that puppy anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. Love it to death. Moving on, I have my Ketch Outdoors Ketch board, guys. This is where I've decided to run it for this year. I've ran it like this in the past, and I liked it. Sometimes in my other boats, I would run it up under the seat for easy access, but that is still easy access right there. It just slides right inside the straps on the seat. And I also have it leashed, obviously, because it is heavy. So if it does fall in the water, it's not going to go anywhere. And I have it attached to a pad eye right to the right of my seat. So whenever I do have that catch board, taking a picture of my fish in the deck of my boat, I'm not going to be pulling tension on that leash neither. So always keep it anchored there, or always keep it leashed there. It's not going to go nowhere. If it does fall in, that rope's going to save me at the end of the day. So nothing really else in the working space area or under the seat. Sometimes, like I said, I will throw baits or anything up under here. And that's the back of my seat. And then also on the back of my seat, actually sitting in between my two rod tubes, are going to be my soft plastic storage. So I have the KVD Plano bag right here, and then also have an old school Plano bag as well. This is where I keep all my soft plastics. What I usually do is I keep all my Z-Man products in this blue Plano black bag, and then I keep all my crawls and my other baits in the black Plano bag. That's just how I keep them separated between Z-Man. I think of the blue packages that it comes in, and then, you know, black for crawls and worms and so on and so forth, or lizards, not worms, but lizards, so on and so forth. So that's how I keep them separated. I really haven't had an issue of these falling out. Obviously, if you tip over, they are going to go somewhere, but moving side to side, they're not really going to go nowhere due to the Railblazer rod tubes, which we're going to talk about right now. So guys, as you know, in my last video, the Crescent light tackle does not have flush mount rod holders, which is, I like that feature. You know, flush mount rod holders, they do come in handy for rod storage, but they tend to get in the way, or they tend to get their water trap, in my opinion. I always ended up having to use a shop vac to suck water out of the rod tube itself. And then if the rod tube does get a crack in the bottom of it, it will seep water into the hull of your boat. Never really been a fan about it, but what I really liked about Crescent is they have illustrated, and some other kayak industries or kayak companies have started doing this. Instead of flush mounts, they will put something there to be able to mount a rod holder if you please, or mount your other accessories if you please. So what they have illustrated is, sorry, I thought someone was driving up in my driveway. They have they have designed it where they can put Yak Attack Mighty mounts in here. Now, I don't use Yak Attack, which is not a problem. It's still a mounting area, but it still comes in handy. You can basically, all it is just a smaller track system. And as you see, I slid my Starport right into that little track system right there, and easily I mounted my Railblazer rod tube right there. The reason why I choose to use a rod tube or really any other thing is because when I'm in the river, as you see, they're already at a good pitch and a good angle. Now, I can turn the knob and kick them straight up in the air if you want to, but I like having them angled back. And if I am floating a river that has a lot of low-hanging trees, lower than normal, then I can go ahead and adjust this knob here and slide that rod tube more back, more horizontal with the boat, so I can easily you know, where my rod tips aren't getting stuck up in trees. And what's really cool about this is it has a locking system on the back of it. So when you do slide your buddy or rod into it, it locks down in place to keep it a little bit more secured. These do fit bait casting and spinning reels, so there's no special rod tube for it. But also, as you see right there, there's a little hole drilled out in the accessory in the rod tube itself. So if you do have leashes attached to your rods, you can easily attach your leash right there through the hole and secure your rod even better, guys. And I have one on each side. I usually run with typically 5 to 7 rods in every tournament and every time I go out on the water. This year, I'm going to be strictly only doing 5 rods. So I'm cutting down a few rods, which is not a problem, but I have the 3 rods on the back of my Yak Gadget Low Pro crate, and then I'll have my 2 Railblazer rod tubes right here, so I'll have easy stores for all my rods. Moving on back is, you will see, like I just said, I have my Yak Gadget Low Pro crate. I've already spoke about this. I've already made a couple of videos on this product. This is a phenomenal product. I absolutely love it. My favorite part of it is a little bit slimmer than most crates. It also is angled. So as you see, it has that angle. Instead of one big black box, it's angled. And the reason for that is so whenever you're inside of it, you have actually angled shelving inside of the crate itself, so it helps you better organize your tackle boxes and better. And to me, it's easier access for the tackle boxes when I reach behind. And then also, it's whenever, if you do turn around, you can easily see, okay, I have my box. My box is set up. Okay, crankbait, tackle, terminal, spinners, you know, so on and so forth. So you can easily organize your baits inside the crate itself, which is what I like about it a lot. This year, I will be using Plano Edge boxes. I love these boxes already. I'll do a separate video on the Plano Edge boxes. If you haven't already seen these already, definitely need to look into these, and they are worth the money. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. But we'll save that for another video. Another cool thing on my Yak Gadget Low Pro crate is the front pouch. So again, guys, this little top cover is held on by bungee cord, so you can easily take it on and off. But what's really cool is it comes with a front pouch. So what I keep in there are I keep an extra light. I keep my tether for whenever I am wading in a river, and I also keep all my extra lines. So all that stuff that's in that pouch is not causing space or taking up space inside my crate. And that's what I love most about this crate itself, is that front pouch. Hands down, phenomenal product. And it does have 3 rod holders on the back. Now, they do make a step up crate. So basically on the step up, it's a little bit wider, and it also has rod holders on each side of the crate itself. But what you can do, as you see there is a pre-drilled hole. So you can go ahead on this model right here, go ahead and add an extra rod holder if you like. And I may do that down the road. I'm going to wait and see how my first tournament goes with just using 5 rods right now. But moving on to the other side, and on the side of my tank well, as y'all know, on the Crescent light tackle, it has a track system on either side, or each side of the very large tank well. So what I have back here on this side is I have my Railblazer Camera Boom 600. That is a killer shot, guys. I have it right there because I can get that nice over the shoulder shot. And that's, in my opinion, that's one of the best shots you can get while kayak fishing. You kind of see everything. You see from when the bass blows up the lure. You can actually see while you're fighting the fish. You can see the hook set. You can see everything from that angle. I absolutely love it. It's a phenomenal. And what's really cool about the Railblazer Camera Boom 600 is that, yeah, it comes, I did add another extension down bottom just to get a little bit higher. Then I added another section right here and right here. These sections I think are like $5 a piece. So I wanted to make my camera boom just a little bit longer, so that's why I add those sections. But that does not interfere with the pivoting aspects of it. This is a really cool part, guys. So say you got your angle up top and you've caught your fish and you want to kind of get, do a little selfie with it. So what you can do is you can pivot that Camera Boom 600 all the way back to your seat and get a nice, good shot of it. That's what I love about the Camera Boom 600, is that it's easily mounted anywhere. You can mount it just about anywhere, and it does pivot. One thing I love about it, hands down, is how universal it can be. And I'm trying to fight the sun too, guys, but the sun's starting to shine in through the garage. On the other side of the tank wall, I have another Starport HD. So if I ever did want to add any other accessory, if I wanted to move the Camera Boom 600 to this side of the tank wall, I can easily do that with just a click of a button and slide into this Starport HD. Another wonderful reason why I love Railblazer and Yak Gear products. All right, and then we get back to the big bad tank well. Guys, I've already spoke on the tank well itself, how large it is. You can fit big coolers in this sucker. You can fit tons of gear, tons of camping gear, so much stuff you can fit in this tank well. But as of right now, this is how I'm going to run while I'm fishing a tournament. So the only other thing that I may put in this tank well will be a lunchbox, or I will mount my trolling motor on the square transom on the back of the Crescent, and I will have my battery sitting here, or I will have my battery sitting in my front hatch, depending on weight, to see if, you know, I am going with a lithium battery, so I should be able to keep that battery in the back with the trolling motor and the crate. But if I do have to switch it up, I can easily run some wires to the front of the boat and put the battery in the front hatch. But that's kind of how I have it laid out so far. I think this is going to be a killer option for the 2021 season. I'm just looking around, seeing if I missed anything. I did not. But so let me get the camera flip back around and we will get back with y'all. That is a wrap for the full walkthrough of my rigged out Crescent Lite tackle, how I'm going to be running it not only for the 2021 tournament season, but also how I'll be rigging it basically every time I go out on the water. Because to me, it's a fishing kayak. So 9 times out of 10 when I'm on the water, I'm going to be fishing. But like I said, the only other thing I will be taking off of it or adding onto it will be, if I am fishing a river, I will be removing the fish finder mount and the Humminbird fish finder off of it, and putting it in the front hatch. And then also, if I'm ever adding anything, depending on what kayak series I'm fishing, I will be adding a trolling motor setup to it. But as of right now, this is how this bad boy is going to run. I am thrilled to get back to more paddling than I am pedaling or motoring. That's one of the reasons why I fell in love with kayaking, is the exercise and how close and how at one you are with nature. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to. So to be honest with you, I may not even be adding a trolling motor. Well, I can already tell you I'm going to, but I will be completely fine if I didn't. So that's just how I'm planning on for the 2021 season, is just kind of get back to the basics and really get back to why I fell in love with kayak fishing to start out with. But guys, if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns of how I rigged up my Crescent kayaks for the 2021 fishing season, please let me know in the comment section below, or going over to Bulls Deep Fishing on Facebook or Bulls Deep Fishing on Instagram, and go ahead and give me a like and a follow there, and go ahead and shoot me a message through there versus shoot me a message through YouTube, because in my opinion, I feel like those two platforms are more easy to me to respond to messages versus YouTube, because it comes in instantly. On YouTube, it has to go through my email and all that jazz, and literally through Facebook and Instagram, it comes directly to me. I get a ding on my phone and it's there, and I can easily reply. And I can go ahead and add, if you are wanting another video or in-depth video of something, I can easily put it on my video list. So that's why I like to use those, because it's just easier to do it for me. But if you do drop a comment in the comment section below, I do get to those. It just takes me a little bit longer to get to those. So just keep that in mind, guys. But thank y'all so much for watching. And guys, I have a lot of big things coming y'all way. Between tournament vlogs to DIYs to rigging videos, it's just the sky's the limit, guys. But thank y'all so much for watching. Stay tuned. And guys, keep them tight lines. Deuces.